Hey guys, it's HarleyWood. Welcome back. Time for another Tier 6 operator review. Let's get into this. Now, if you don't get the reference, we had a lot of fun in our last Agilite review video of the AMAP 2. There's a link down in the description below for that. Go check it out. And I'm also going to post a link in the description below to the review of the Agilite K19 plate carrier. Had even more fun in that video. You get to see a lot of my home life in that one. Probably one of the most fun videos I've done here on this channel. So to have full context about the AMAP 3 and how it interfaces with this, be sure to watch that video as well. Let's get into the AMAP. The Agilite Modular Assault Pack AMAP, this is version 3. We went over version 2, I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago. And this one makes some subtle improvements on what I already thought was a pretty great rig. It's modular in terms of how it can double as a backpack that you wear with straps like you see here, or you can affix it to the back of the K19 plate carrier, and we'll get into that in just a minute. It actually affixes a little bit easier than version 2, yet still locks up just as securely. The shoulder straps are redesigned on this a little bit. They do kind of contour a little bit. You can see how they kind of S-snake around the profile of my shoulders. Now for frame of reference, I'm 6 feet tall, 200, I think I was 225 in that last video. I think I'm actually 230 now, thanks coronavirus quarantine. And in that last video, I mentioned the sternum strap here. The sternum strap still doesn't have any elasticity to it. That was one area of opportunity that I pointed out in version 2. Kind of disappointed it didn't make it into version 3. Just as you're moving and flexing something so that it has just a little bit of give, maybe a little elastic band on this side. This version still has the D-rings and also still has a elastic band here so that if you did want to run a hydration tube out from the backpack, you could run it and secure it in that strap. And there's the port in the top where you could exit that hydration tube and then run it down the shoulder. Now I'm wearing version 2, and I wanted to point out the sternum strap. On version 2, it runs kind of under the pectorals, all right? On version 3, it runs right through the middle of your sternum, all right? I do like version 3 better. Here you can see that dump pouch on the front, all right? Very similar to version 2, and I've got my tactical helmet in there. I do find that this one tends to lay a little bit flatter on the bag when not in use. And holding it secure are these MOLLE clips. To undo them, simply pull the clips out of the MOLLE webbing. All right, and then you can access your tactical helmet. Version 3 also has more loop Velcro paneling, okay? So there's a patch here, there's a patch here. There's actually a patch of hook down in the bottom there. There's a strip, and there's also a strip of hook on the outside panel as well. Look how nice and flat that lays on there. Much, much better than version 2. One of my favorite upgrades on version 3 is they finally put an admin pouch on the outside, all right? It's about 7 inches deep. You can see there, my whole hand fits down in there, all right? And it is accessible from the outside only. Version 2 did not have a pouch on the outside like that. And down the side of version 3, there are 4 rows of 3-column MOLLE. There were 5 rows on version 2. It does fully clamshell open. On the inside of version 2, I'll roll in a picture here, was just kind of a stuff sack with some compression straps. So like if you had a jacket in there, you could strap it in. There was a little pouch in the back that you could stuff things in. This one gives you more modularity, all right? If you have a bunch of Velcro pouches, panels, things like that, it has full loop Velcro on both the inside of the back as well as the inside of the front. There is also a section in the back, so if you wanted to run your hydration system back there or a ballistic panel, something like that, you certainly could do that. And they're also coming out with some nice accessories that can fit perfectly inside of that AMAP, right? So this is a laptop sleeve. It's nicely padded laptop sleeve with a full loop panel on the front where you can attach some more modular accessory type stuff. In here is a 15-inch MacBook Pro, and you can see it doesn't quite fit. I mean, it kind of does. The Velcro grabs just ever so slightly. I really think they should have made this about 1 inch longer so that a 15-inch could fit in there just a little bit better. Now let me show you how these two attach to each other. You'll notice on the AMAP, in fact, it's going to be very similar to how the version 2 did it. You'll see these straps in the top here. Simply push them back out through the buckles. All right, same thing on the bottom. In fact, pretty sure I can do this one-handed. There you go. Pull it out, and you now have a strapless bag. Notice on the K19, the loop paneling, all right, that kind of runs through the middle there. If we remove this panel, there is now a hook panel here that can mate directly up with the loop on the K19. All right, now you can see the Velcro is stuck there. Undo your compression buckles on the side and connect the male on the bag to the female on the plate carrier, both top and bottom. and now you're secure. Quick release on the cummerbund. Easy on. Test, test, test. All right, and yank the mic out, good. And much in the same way that the K19 came to be, so has the AMAP 3. Let me explain. The K5 was the predecessor to the K19. They gave that to some Israeli Special Forces groups, asked them to use it, abuse it, provide feedback on it, and the K19 is what came out of that feedback. Same thing with this. They did the exact same process, and the AMAP 3 is just that next evolution after continuing to receive feedback. And I'm going to tell you, the quality is exceptional. You can't find a loose stitch on this thing. Now, when the K19 first released, the demand far exceeded the supply, far exceeded the supply, and lead times were really excessive. I think it was 20, 30 weeks, something like that. Those have since, some kids screaming in the pool over there, not mine. Those lead times have since come down to a more reasonable level. When these first came out, they did have a batch that got out where the plate bag was about 1/2 inch too narrow to fit a 10 by 12 plate in there.
See, what had happened at first was...
They have fixed that. They have put additional quality control measures in place, and I don't anticipate seeing any of those issues out of the backpack or even this anymore. So that is the new AMAP 3. If you're interested, I'll post a link in the description below. Don't forget, I've got links in the description below to the K19 plate carrier, as well as the AMAP 2 if you want to see a little bit more in-depth review of that. I did a little bit of a comparison here, but go watch that video if you want to see the full rundown of the AMAP 2. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button down below, give it a like. Got lots more videos to come. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.